Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading. So today we're going to look into the next 2 weeks of your life. This is timeless. So if you're watching this when I post it, Happy New Year. If you watch it in the future, maybe you're starting a new year. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and see into the main energy of the next 2 weeks to see what the main message is. Messages for Capricorn. Oops. What is Capricorn's key focus for the next 2 weeks? Star seed, raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. Wow. So you are a star seed. I want to get 2 more messages. 2 more messages for Capricorn. The next 2 weeks, what are they learning about their star seed self? Capricorn. Ooh, fruition and magnificence were the ones that flipped over, and light on the bottom. Okay. So magnificence and fruition. I do feel like through you discovering how incredible you really are, seeing the magnificence of who you really are, and coming into that, you will bring about the things that you've wanted. I was going to say bring into fruition what you've been desiring, your manifestations, things like that. I have a feeling that some of you who are watching may have already begun to feel certain things coming to the physical, or getting like preparation under the surface to come to the physical. And so this is just a confirmation of that. All right, so with Starseed, it says raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. I also feel like this has to do with your own life, raising the vibration of yourself, raising your own vibration, being around people who are of higher vibration, people who uplift you. You can have a clear understanding as to who is meant to be in your life when after you're done hanging around them or being around them. If you feel exhausted or drained or irritated, or just things that are kind of in their shadow expression coming out, instead of feeling really uplifted and excited and ready for the future, thankful for them, like different energy spectrums, whatever. My camera just focused over there, so that's cool. However you feel is a clear sign as to the kind of energy that of the person that you're around, like where they're vibrating at. So some people may be taking away from your own manifestations because you're not around people who are tapped in and tuned into their own power as well, or maybe people who do not have limiting beliefs and they are blocking their own manifestations from coming in. Just making sure that you're not around people who are like that. Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. I love that. I feel like this has to do with maybe if you haven't seen certain things come to light yet, or you haven't seen, or like certain people haven't chosen you that you wanted to be with, certain things, that has nothing to do with you and your worthiness. And if that is the energy that's being amplified by them not choosing you, quote unquote, they came into your life to amplify that within you so you can heal it and move on from it and let it go, so you don't have to keep harboring it and bringing it on with you into the next relationships. You're supposed to learn a lot about your worthiness right now, and that in turn goes to the manifestations that you receive and the things that you are creating for yourself and things like that. So as long as you'll see, this is all subconscious too, it's not out in the open. That's why we get into relationships with certain people, even friendships, platonic, doesn't matter, it's a relationship. They teach you the most about yourself than you could understand just by your own. And also too, if you've been doing burn rituals and letting aspects of yourself go, you may have those things come up and flare up in your face to test you and see if you're really done with it, or give you an opportunity. It's kind of like when you learn the lesson and then have to take a test to see how much you really integrated and if you're actually going to choose something different. And you can keep a cycle going, or you can let it go. So it's a big one. Anyway, fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. I do feel like big things are happening for you. You're very stable. You're very grounded right now. I feel like if anything, there's a lot of mental activity going on. A lot of overthinking, or even making something into something that it's not, just based on your fears or the past. Kind of projecting your own fears or insecurities onto other people without even realizing it, or maybe not even verbalizing it to the people, but just like using it to fit your narrative of a certain story. Like letting go of the woe is me narrative is really crucial for you at this time. Okay. I want to see what's going on astrologically. What should Capricorn focus on the next 2 weeks? Pisces. Okay, so definitely your intuitive energy, your musical abilities too. Listening to music that is beneficial to you and lifts your vibration rather than takes from it. The energy is wistful. This is the thing, you're manifesting so many things and you're manifesting such a big life change. So of course, like, the world's going to kind of start to have an earthquake and shake up, and you're going to be faced with the decision to let something go or choose something new. Let something go and choose something new, or continue staying where you're at out of fear or whatever it is. And I feel like you're strong enough to choose the letting go of something and choosing the new. So I definitely feel like going into your mystical side, having more compassion for yourself, having more compassion for other people, realizing that if they couldn't be what you wanted them to be, it's not because you weren't good enough for them to choose that. They just don't have the capability to choose, and they were only in your life for a certain time period or a certain... It was like they served their purpose, and you've got to let it go now. Okay. Compassionate and forgiving, it confuses and softens resolve. Yeah, so I feel like also having a lot of forgiveness right now. I feel like forgiveness towards yourself too. If you've done something that you wish you hadn't have done, or I feel like there's just a situation where it's too late to go back now. And so the best thing that you can do for yourself right now is to learn from it and just choose to say yes the next times. Like whenever you have an opportunity come up that you know you want to do, instead of talking yourself out of it, just go for it. Learn from this experience. Everything is ultimately your greatest teacher. All right, areas of life that Capricorn should be focusing on. Areas of life that Capricorn should be focusing on. Oop. All right. Ugh, I can't move in any pants. The 9th house. Okay, broadening your horizons. Yeah, letting go of something, looking into something new. I feel like seeing a new side to life, letting this experience I feel like also you may be like short distance traveling somewhere or desiring traveling, broadening your horizons either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. This could also be significant or showing, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. Sorry, excuse me. That you're starting a long journey, starting a new chapter, coming into a new beginning, starting something new. So where you're closing doors right now, you're opening new ones, and that'll be like a long journey ahead of you for this next phase of your life. I feel like you're definitely going to come into your manifestation abilities much more. You're going to realize, I don't know why, manifestation is just such a big one for you. Synchronicity too. Strength in self, I feel. Seeing the hidden meanings of things, not something so like... the answers to your questions aren't going to be right in front of your face. Some of them will be, but you may be ignoring them or looking somewhere else. Like, for example, I'm looking over here, but a message could be right here, but I'm just distracted by something over there. So really like looking other places. Taurus energy. Okay, so you could be working a lot on business or starting something new in business. Getting grounded, connecting to your roots a lot more. It's another earth sign energy, so you could be connecting with the Taurus as well. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. I just feel more that you're tuning into the beauty of nature around you, really grounding a lot more, connecting a lot more, seeing other things around you. And Aries is on the... Jupiter just... So you may have had a situation with an Aries, or just like had an expanded awareness because of an Aries, like an Aries that came into your life. I feel like perhaps in the past... definitely came in for the sole purpose of expanding your consciousness, for you realizing that things could be really good, just not with that person. Like, I feel like just because what I'm saying is like the feeling that you had in this relationship was kind of like new, earthy, something like you've never experienced before. And I feel like that was just a way to show you that you could have something completely new in life. And I I feel like they're more short term to show you that rather than long term to stay in your life. Or you could just have more fire energy happening too. And because you're in your more cardinal energy, going after what you really want, really taking steps towards your goals, like having that co-creative effort with spirit, you're receiving a lot in business. You may have new creative ideas coming out of old experiences. Let's see. For Capricorn, the next 2 weeks, what is going on for Capricorn the next 2 weeks? I see a lot of beauty too. I see like flowers around, roses. You may be getting roses. King of Wands, 10 of Wands. Okay. So I do feel like there was some sort of Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your life that kind of is like, they either have a lot of burdens and they're carrying a lot of stress or weight in their life right now, and that's reflecting onto you because you're empathic and you really want to assist them and help them. Or it's almost like you're just a healer to the point where you know that you can help somebody in your life. And you want to be like that source of love or this or that for them, but you're quickly realizing that you can't be somebody's source. They have to find the source within them. And so if it's weighing on you or they're being weighed on, this is an opportunity to really tune within, meditate. Meditation brings answers, and find out what it is you can do. Did another card drop or am I tripping? Okay, let's see. Clarify. I also feel like you're just 10 of Cups. I feel like there was someone in your life that you were just really like had high expectations for, but it's interesting because I feel like while you had high expectations for them, you may have had high expectations for them because you may not have closed something out fully internally, like in your head, in your heart, and we're kind of looking to them for solace or healing. It's like there was something in your life where you had this 10 of Cups energy with somebody else or something else, and then they came along and like something that had disappeared or dissipated or left, or like this could even be an idea that you had in business that you never really saw through, and then someone came into your life and it felt like freeing or like exciting, new energy, but then it was like they just kind of took without meaning to take because you were seeking the relationship to heal yourself rather than healing already and allowing a relationship to come in, or a partnership or creativity to come in after you had healed. It was kind of like before you healed, this person came, or this, I don't know why I keep saying person, but this person came and you kind of projected a lot of what you desired out of life onto them, and they just like, you projected your complete ideal of a person onto them. And I think that you're seeing that it's just not how it is. And the way that you're going to find this 10 of Cups, like the happy family, the happiness, is finding that first within yourself, and then a person who is a vibrational match to that will come. Because whenever you attracted this person, for example, this burdensome energy that's now kind of like, I feel like at this point it's just kind of like a lot of weight being on you, a lot of things that are going on that you didn't even like, it's kind of like now it's left more of a burden than you even had before you met them. And it's like, if you would have just healed what was inside first, you wouldn't have experienced that. I mean, but it's teaching you something, of course, because you have to remember too, whenever they came into your life, you attracted them at the vibrational energy, like frequency level that you were at that time. And so they're going to be a match to that. They're going to be a mirror to that. And so if it's not your highest and best self, if you're not active, if you weren't actively working towards your highest and best self, if you were dealing with things or distracted or should have been in a rest and retreat period instead of like, I think right now it's important for you to rest and retreat and really allow yourself to fill your cup back up and replenish yourself instead of overthinking things. Yeah, 2 of Cups in the reverse and Knight of Wands in the reverse. I feel like they kind of just like came up short too. They didn't really hold to their end of the bargain, and maybe you can use this as an opportunity why am I talking so fast? As an opportunity to ask yourself where you weren't holding yourself up, like your end of the bargain up for somebody else or yourself, where you were leading yourself astray. Because this relationship is really kind of exposing those inner shadows within that aren't visible to the naked eye. They have to really be focused on and drawn in on. They want to stay hidden so they can kind of like have control of your life silently. but they come out through relationships slowly and surely. So I feel like seeing this is really going to help you see that. I feel like either you or the person that you're connecting with could have strong water. This could be someone that you had to heal from before this new person came. Okay, High Priestess on the bottom. Oh, and then the Sun. Okay, good. And then Queen of Pentacles. So there you are. So I do feel like ultimately this energy really did bring you closer to your own intuition, to really see the truth of not only the situation, but just everything in general. I feel like you're able to receive a lot more messages. You have a clearer language. Like you learned more of the language that you have with the divine and your guides and source. And I feel like this is ultimately bringing you a lot of happiness because you're going in a direction of total self and self-fulfillment and you're just feeding yourself, and that is really giving you a lot of everything that you needed. I feel like everything that you wanted is coming to fruition because you're letting go of old things that didn't serve you anymore. You're realizing that true happiness comes within, and then you'll attract somebody who has that. I do feel like there is going to be some sort of reconciliation or kind of celebration with someone, or this could just be you making a lot more money and being able to go out and celebrate more than you were before. This could also be you connecting with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, another Capricorn, or just really getting together and celebrating too, because if you're watching this when I'm filming, happy birthday, by the way. It was your birthday, so you could be getting together with like an influential earth sign figure. Could even be family too. Really speaking highly as well of the people who are around you, and really caring about the people who obviously care for you. I do feel like any kind of overthinking or anxiety or just kind of like depressive energy, it's really like momentary, but it's teaching you a lot. And I feel like you had to get super low maybe to finally tend to yourself and tend to your needs and tune within. All right, let's see. Messages for Capricorn, and we'll go to the last deck and we'll see any more messages for Capricorn in the next 2 weeks. What's coming the next 2 weeks? The World. So yeah, a cycle is ending. Could be with a fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. Or you could just be going into this, like this could really be finishing around those time periods. So if it's Aquarius, end of January, beginning of February. If it's Taurus, end of April, beginning of May. If it's Scorpio, end of October, beginning of November, to beginning to middle of November. And if it's Leo, end of July, beginning middle of August. So that could just be a sign of when these kind of cycles are ending out or cycling out. Those could also be really key points for you this year, 2021. The fixed sign areas. Pay attention to what goes on around there. You could be seeing a lot of fruition, like your manifestations coming to fruition, your dreams and desires from years ago coming to fruition around this time. People coming into your life, new experiences, new people coming into your life, reconciliations happening around those times. Whatever it is, that time period, those time periods are going to be very beneficial for you. They're going to answer a lot of questions that were left unanswered, I feel. And then, yeah, 7 of Wands. I feel like there may have been a part of you that had to defend yourself against somebody who just really wasn't willing to see you. And like, if you had to defend yourself or kind of try to convince somebody of something, they don't deserve that anyway. If they're going to choose to see you in a certain light, it's just because they see themselves in that light, and it's not fair to you. You don't have to defend yourself against someone or like cling on to somebody to make sure that your side is shown correctly. Deep down on a soul level, people know the truth, and whether they want to see that right now or not doesn't matter. At some point they will see the truth. And this could be with, of course, Justice is here, a Libra, or someone with Libra influence, like Libra Venus, Mercury, more in their like personal planets. And then like just holding on to something that is time to let go of too. Like find a balance. If you have to cling on so tightly to something, it's probably not in your best interest. Things should be more like smooth sailing and easy. Yeah. And then with Strength and Leo and Queen of Wands and 7 of Swords, someone could have just been like going behind your back, not really having your highest and best interest, trying to project something onto you that was really them, or kind of, I can also see that someone was trying to maybe like see how much you really knew before, like if you came at them or like were like, why did you do this or something like that, and then they were asking you more questions about like how, trying to subconsciously figure out how much you really knew without showing you that they were trying to create a certain narrative or a certain story. This could be you with somebody else. It's just not right for you. Like you have to see, like even in this picture, she's trying to like get the mouth open and like have, I mean, how I'm seeing it right now is like you're trying to like get something out of somebody for them to tell you the truth, how they really feel about somebody else, what's really going on. And I feel like they're just like shady energy anyway. I feel like there could be even like 3 different people that you're dealing with that just weren't that, but it could be a reflection of your own inner self-talk too. Have more faith and trust in yourself. Okay, well, Ace of Swords just fell out from the bottom, so I do feel like you're going to have some kind of communication with somebody who wronged you, and they're going to either apologize or try to apologize, but I feel like they have a lot of pride and ego, so it's going to be difficult for them to apologize. They like apologize in weird ways. It's like hidden messages, hidden things, like either like whenever they reach out to you after there's been some sort of split or something happened, I feel like they are kind of treading the waters, yeah, to see how much you know, to see how upset you really are, that kind of stuff. Okay, so last messages for Capricorn the next 2 weeks. Capricorn, the next 2 weeks, what's going on? Any additional messages? Remain positive if you believe. So I do feel like, okay, communicate clearly, peaceful resolution, take action, big happy changes. So I do feel like there's going to be some sort of, like I've been saying the whole time, reconciliation of some sort, peaceful resolution to taking action. I do feel like when they come around, maybe actually communicate with them instead of like prolonging this kind of weird energy. I feel like you guys both feel each other subconsciously very strongly, and it's important for you, like whenever you're feeling them or they're feeling you, if one of you does end up reaching out, it's important for communication to actually take place. I feel like both of you maybe don't want to have communication because you don't want it to fully end. It feels better to kind of have this like dance in the subconscious or thinking of each other, going in and out of thought, and it's important for you to really cut that out because it's hindering you from moving forward and progressing. And I feel like you know that on a deep level, and part of you really does want to let it go, but it's just hard. So yeah, I feel like once you communicate clearly, a peaceful resolution will be made. You'll either see them for who they really are, and it's like, okay, they never really changed, it had nothing to do with me, they just kind of sucked, or they'll apologize for what they did, and you'll be able to have some kind of closure and confirmation with that there. And then also with the remain positive and if you believe, I do feel like as long as you remain positive through these trying times, because I do feel like you're going through kind of a lot right now internally more. I feel like people around you may not know that you're going through so much, but you are a lot internally. So if you just continue to remain positive and if there's a lot going on internally, it's because you're clinging on too hard to something, and I feel like it's important for you to let it go and kind of just surrender. And if it's meant for you, it'll stay, and if it leaves, something new will come to replace it. So I feel like it's just important for you to like let cycles kind of close out so you can have this big happy change. And I do feel like with the Ask Your Angels and within the next few months, helpful people too, yeah, I do feel like someone is around you who's really going to assist you in healing what's going on internally and really finding some kind of peace. I know that you know it's going to come from within. However, they're going to kind of like give you guide maps or like a certain road to take, help you navigate through, because you do need professional help when it comes to things like this. So it's important for you that you go to healers or go to therapy or go talk to somebody to where you can let this go, because I do feel like it's boiling up internally, and it's gonna, like, even though there's a lid on the pot, it's gonna overflow at some point. So you just have to get a hold of it before that happens and let go, remain positive. I do feel like that if you believe in, these two are talking about your manifestations finally coming to fruition. These are things that you could have been manifesting without realizing you were manifesting. If you've had a lot of desires or like thinking about wanting to have a new car or live on your own or things like that, thinking about that over the past few years, it's starting to come into fruition as of now, and you're able to see that. And I have the chills everywhere. I do feel like it's like the little like jumps, or you can feel like little quote unquote movements happening, but those are big changes that are happening, and they're showing you that life really is turning for you for the better. So I do feel like a lot of great things are happening, helpful people, and success is under that, and it's up to you. Yeah, so this is ultimately up to you to choose whether or not you are going to take this new leap of faith, and I know you will. I do feel like it'll be difficult, but it's only going to be difficult momentarily, because when you heal and you find this like strength and success within yourself, not only you're going to be in a new level, a new like vibrational frequency to attract somebody new and new things that will really like amplify your life and bring you closer to even more desires, and like letting go of this kind of like lower vibrational energy. I don't know what I was gonna say. I like blanked out. You're just going on a new path of success, and it's something that you've wanted for a really long time. And yeah, it's just important that you keep going after that, Capricorn. There's a lot of great things happening for you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helped you or made you feel more excited, because there really is a lot to be excited about. You're getting over the hill, you're getting over the jump. Everything is going to work out beautifully. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I post new videos every week, and zodiac readings every month too. So I love you so much. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.